Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I want to compare the 2024 Chevy Silverado heavy duty high country trim to the 2024 GMC Sierra Denali trim level because there are some key differences you might be aware of, even though the two trucks are quite similar. So as usual, I use the GM order guide to create this list of differences and similarities between these two trucks, but of course I'm not perfect. The GM order guide sometimes is not perfect, so if you guys know anything that is incorrect or seems incorrect in this video, feel free to leave a comment down below. So when looking at the Chevy Silverado heavy duty high country, this is the equivalent trim level to the GMC Sierra HD Denali trim level, not to be confused with the Denali Ultimate, because this trim level sits above the regular Denali and above the high country in terms of the features and options. And Chevy unfortunately does not offer an equivalent truck to the Denali Ultimate in the GMC lineup. So I just want to make that clear at the beginning of this video. The high country and standard Denali are the equivalent trims, and the Denali Ultimate sits above that. So first I want to point out some of the exclusive optional features on the Denali side of things versus that of the Chevy lineup. And there's only one that I was able to find and that I've noted in my past walk around videos. Make sure to check those out if you guys are interested. But in terms of the GMC exclusive, that is going to be the body color wheel arch moldings. Now this is an additional charge and optional from the factory equipment. And this is just not available on any of the Chevy Silverado trucks for some reason. Not exactly sure why, but if you do want the paint match body color moldings as an additional option, you do have to go with the GMC trucks versus that of the Chevy trucks. But outside of that, that's the only thing that I could find that is exclusive to the GMC side of things. And continuing on with the Denali truck, there is one additional thing that comes standard that is optional on the high country truck, and that is the X31 off-road package. So this comes standard automatically with every Denali trim level, and this is optional or equivalent to the Z71 in the Chevy Silverado HD lineup, which is optional. It's a very inexpensive charge. I think it's about $300 or so from the factory, but just know the X31 off-road package does come standard with the Denali and the GMC trucks, where it is optional with the Chevy Silverado HD. And similarly, the LED roof marker lights also come standard on the Denali trucks, where it is a very inexpensive option on the Silverado High Country as well. So now moving over to the Silverado HD High Country side of things, there was one difference that I was able to find in terms of the packaging, and that is the High Country Premium package automatically includes the gooseneck and fifth wheel provisions, whereas on the Denali, it is not part of the reserve package, which is the equivalent of the premium package on the High Country, but it is a standalone additional charge if you do want the fifth wheel and gooseneck provisions, where for some reason just comes standard as part of the High Country Premium package, which may be a benefit to some people because I think a lot of people do option the fifth wheel and gooseneck package, but nonetheless comes standard in the High Country Premium package, where it is optional on a standalone Denali by itself. So the only other thing I was able to find with the Silverado High Country trucks is that it comes standard with the power up-down tailgate, whereas the Denali automatically comes with the multi-pro or multi-flex tailgate, which is available as an additional charge as an option on the High Country if you would like. But personally, I really do like the power up-down tailgate, and unfortunately that is not available on the Denali as of this moment, where it does come standard on the High Country, but of course you can always option the multi-flex if you would like. And moving along with both these trucks, the only other small difference I was able to find in terms of the features, options, and some of the pricing information is that if you are getting the power running steps as an additional option, they are going to be slightly different in terms of the price point. So on the Silverado trucks, it's going to be $1,500, and on the Sierra trucks, it's going to be $1,100. Not sure why that is. I believe they are both the same power running board part number and feature-wise, but they are $400 difference in terms of the price point. And the wheel designs are actually going to be pretty much identical across both these trucks as well, except for the standard wheel that comes on both the trucks. So the Denali has a standard wheel, High Country has a standard wheel. Those are different, but in terms of the optional accessory wheels, they are pretty much going to be identical between the two. Now, before we cover the pricing information for both these trucks, I do want to touch on the Denali Ultimate, which I mentioned at the very beginning of this video. This is a standalone trim for the GMC Sierra lineup, not available, not equivalent in the Chevy lineup for some reason. And the Denali Ultimate does come with exclusive features such as 16-way power driver's seat and passenger seat with massage function. Very cool feature in my opinion. Comes with a leather wrap steering wheel that is genuine leather versus that of the synthetic leather of these other two trim levels. 12-speaker Bose Centerpoint premium audio system versus that of the 7-speaker Bose premium audio in these other trims. Full grain leather interior on the seating surfaces and some of the dash panels, and the micro suede headliner are all part of the Denali Ultimate package, which give it a even more premium feel versus that of the standard Denali or the High Country that we've been talking about, but that does come at an additional cost. So finally, to cover pricing between these two trucks, starting out with the Silverado High Country, this comes at a standard MSRP of $82,385, including destination. The premium package with Z71 costs $85,525. The premium Z71 marker in multi-flex, to make it equivalent to that of a Denali, comes with $85,840. And finally, adding the power steps to High Country, which makes it almost fully loaded for the most part, is $87,340, including destination. Now moving over to the Sierra Denali, the Denali starts at $84,585, including destination. Denali with reserve and gooseneck fifth wheel packages is $87,725. And finally, adding the power running boards is $88,825. So the one thing that you should note out of this is that once you start to option more equipment on each of these two trucks, they actually get closer in price point. So the more options you add to the High Country as well as the Denali, they actually come closer in price point, which is actually interesting. But I guess that's somewhat to be expected because you are adding the multi-flex, the marker lights and stuff to the High Country. But pretty much the more you option a High Country, the closer you get to a fully loaded Denali Reserve truck. I do want to mention these are the Duramax diesel pricing, so if you do get the 6.6 liter gas, that is going to be significantly cheaper than these mentioned in this video. But I did want to use the Duramax because a lot of people out there do option the Duramax on these levels of trucks, but you can get the 6.6 gas with both of them. However, you cannot get the 6.6 liter gas with the Denali Ultimate, which comes in at $93,795. Pretty much comes fully loaded out of the gate. You can option the body color moldings on both the Denali and the Denali Ultimate if you want, but pretty much the Denali Ultimate comes fully loaded at $93,795, which is about $5,000 more, just a little bit less than a fully loaded Denali with reserve package and a few other options. So that's pretty much going to do it for this video. As you can see, the two trucks are extremely similar when you're comparing the High Country to the standard Denali. It's pretty much personal preference in terms of the exterior appearance, some of the interior materials and design, but as a whole, in terms of the overall feature set, they're pretty much identical with just those few differences I mentioned earlier in this video. And of course, if you do want a more even luxurious truck, then you will have to go over to the GMC with the Denali Ultimate with the massaging seats, the full grain leather, and a bunch of other nice stuff, including the audio system. So just keep that in mind when looking at these trucks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and found something helpful out of it. If you did, please hit that like button below. It greatly helps out the videos and these channel. Make sure to leave your comment down below. Let me know which truck you would choose if you're in the market for a fairly expensive heavy duty nowadays in the upper 80,000 to over 90,000, depending on how you equip it. But anyways, I think they are well worth it, especially because these trucks are oftentimes used for business and creating income with whatever business you are. And of course, they do have tax advantages as well. Consult your tax accountant for that. I don't have any tax advice to give you. And make sure to check out some other walk-arounds I have on these 2024 heavy duties here on the channel in separate dedicated videos. I really think the Denali versus the Denali Ultimate side-by-side comparison video is a great one to check out if you guys haven't already. But with all that being said, I appreciate the support on the channel, and as always, hope to see you guys in the next one.